Hey guys, it's me, Stephanie Megan, your host of Broke Therapy, and guess the fuck what?
It's also your co-host, Rose McAleese.
We have Jonathan on the pod.
Our editor.
Yes.
Hey,
Hey.
I'm here in person live.
Like, if you guys don't know, I just had Jonathan help on the show and like start editing the episode, so he's like considered BGT staff. So this is like a staff meeting. This is the BGT team.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's an email come to life.
Literally. Yes.
Reply all.
Reply all.
And
here
that's
we
what
are.
we did. We talked about how we get people to reply on dating apps or not. And we talked about getting Jonathan out in these streets and out of these cul-de-sacs, out of these roundabouts. Well,
Yeah.
as trying to find out if the list works or not.
Well, find out. Find out the list is listing.
Yes. Is it listing? Is it coming through? We
Yeah.
also hit upon idea of sensitivity in dating. We also hit up upon the fact that Jonathan is very open to hearing about you people who might know some people. And we also talked about the idea of where is dating in general?
Give us 5-star review, leave a comment, share with your friends, call your exes.
Don't call your exes.
And I hope you guys enjoy this episode after the break. Broke girl therapy.
Wait, this is when we announce our lavender marriage. You know what I mean? It's just
Honestly,
I didn't know what a lavender marriage was
you know
for a long
what it
time.
is? Because
it's us.
Rose, you could pass as a lesbian.
I know, not
So-
pass. I've been accused of, and I have been so honored.
Kind of are studdish.
She is.
You're like femme stud. And then he is like feminine energy. He's a girl. He's a lady. Just kidding. Have you seen those couples that
Don't
the
make
guy is...
That don't make sense.
Yeah, and there's this one particular couple, and I don't know if they're still around, but the guy, he's black.
And she's white.
Yes, and he's super feminine. Fairy. Respectfully, he's a fairy. And
He's a
So
fairy.
he's a fairy. And she's this super mask, lesbian presenting, whatever that means. She's super mask presenting, and they're a couple. And
Yeah.
they're super in love. I don't know if they even still are together, but that's what you guys remind me of right now.
They're YouTubers, you said?
No, I just saw them on TikTok.
Yeah.
And it's so weird because it's just they're obviously a queer couple, but it's funny to be queer, but then eventually be hetero. How do you turn back around to now being this but that just shows the spectrum of sexuality and love, you know, where it's just sometimes you just follow with a person, whether they're masculine or feminine, who gives a fuck. You love the person for who they are, and they're a perfect example of that. Sorry to get really deep, but So that's who you guys are today.
Yeah, and when I first fell in love with Jonathan, and I knew that he was going to be my husband.
Not the hand on the thigh.
Cue the song. This will be
Everlasting
love.
And it's also very Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, during interviews. They just are always holding space for each other.
Only
Wait,
space.
Cynthia will be
Wait.
fixing her
Yeah.
for no reason.
Yeah, right? And then the whole, do you ever see the one where there's
much.
these people making fun of them? There's two modes for them. It's they're on top of each other, or they're on top of the person interviewing him, where they're oh, I'm from Ohio. Oh, Ohio!
Yeah, yes.
Seen that
Too
one.
much.
But it's, okay, wait.
It's sweet and it's loving, but overly
Okay.
stimulating for me. I'd be too many affection.
Is it real?
I think so.
I think it's real. They have tattoos.
Matching
matching
wait,
tattoos.
Swah. Stop. Time out. Of what?
I think for good, right?
Something like that, yeah.
I think it's for good
Something
on their
wicked,
hands.
yeah.
Something-
Okay, but something like that. But keep in mind, there are people who have exes' names tattooed on them, and it's but
The
not
love was
that,
real.
True, the love was real. I guess you're right in that sense. I don't think it's not that it's fake, but I think the
Is it performative?
the overness, it's so over the top that I'm just whoa, are they?
But
just
if you
on
think about
adrenaline?
Ariana though, she's always been over the top with her relationships. You know?
You think they're dating?
Her.
No, but
I don't
that's
think
why.
dating,
But
I
I
think she
feel
just loves hard.
she just loves hard.
Okay. I got excited. I was imagining them fucking, and I got really. I was
Oh
like,
my
"Whoa,
God.
I would love that." Right?
I mean,
that would be.
Cynthia's queer, and
That's what I'm
I feel
saying.
Cynthia, I mean,
If
and I feel
anyone could
Are
flip
you
you,
in queer media?
yes, I'm in queer media.
yeah.
This is queer media.
Just so you guys know, the song.
you
is
are
really
in
holding
queer
space.
media, and that's why you're here.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
Her.
You're
I'm a
representing.
her.
Yes, you are her. That was bad. My bad.
Anyways.
Wow, now I'm no longer allowed to be in the queer space because of that comment just now. I would like to apologize.
Because you're
Got
queer
that.
baiting because you look like a stud and a lesbian, but you're actually not.
I'm not.
Fuck.
I know.
And you're a white woman, so it's like even worse. I'm just kidding.
I have to say,
It's worse.
white women. White women we're the worst.
Yeah,
we really are. I mean, it's just we can fix it, but we just don't, and I don't know why. It's kind of irritating. But talking about, what white woman I love who's black is Ariana Grande, because I was listening at this video. Okay, have you seen?
I will say I kind of miss Blackiana a little bit.
We were watching videos of Blackiana because we were talking about how much we missed her, and it was like we were going down the remember that day? It was like the rabbit hole.
This is Dangerous Woman era.
Yes. And we were watching the
next
interviews. But have you seen the one of her interviewing her now versus interviewing herself then? And the accent change?
And the switch, yeah. She's like, my cookie, my juice. She's like, I know that Jonathan always we're on the same side of the internet, me and Jonathan.
Or
but like, I got my cookie, I got my juice.
Kuromi or something
no,
like that?
she's like,
Kuromi, get in here.
You're getting here, girl. And then it's just like, now I talk like this and I'm glendified.
Yes. And she's
glendified.
It's very North American accent.
Yes,
Atlantic,
like
East Atlantic.
transatlantic,
there it
like it's like she's trying to be Judy Garland.
Yes.
You know?
It's the Judy Garland and also with like a pinch of like Selena Gomez with like a dash of like Helen Mirren.
Like
yes, with Helen Mirren.
Nasally.
Yeah, it's
I don't
very
feel like there's
interesting.
Selena Gomez in there, maybe unintentionally.
Wait, have you not seen that video where it does sound like her? So it's like her doing a Zoom, and someone's like, "Wait, is this Selena?" Like she does a nasal thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's
I
like
don't hear it.
No. I'm just saying for this one particular. That's why I'm like, I think she's trying on a lot of things.
It's in and out.
Well, I feel like she's just like a canvas, right? And she just like morphs into whatever painting of a person she wants to be. And so right now she's a transatlantic white woman. You know what I mean?
That's a good trait to have in the field that she's in.
Exactly.
You have to really immerse yourself in the characters that you're playing.
She's an artiste.
But she just started becoming an actress, so
No,
she started off.
She started on Broadway.
That's right. I forget
You
about
have
Nickelodeon.
two Ariana Grande.
No, I mean,
Ariana Naders.
Yeah. I was going to scare that you're going to say the N-word. I was a little scared there.
I am not going to try to take up space. So I do appreciate this education.
Yes.
I forgot she is a Nickelodeon girl. She's not a Disney girl.
And she was on Broadway first before.
What was she on Broadway? If you don't
13.
Okay, what I'm saying, yes. What
Annie.
musical?
And she was Annie.
Like Annie.
Yeah. Annie and 13. 13 is the name of the show.
What was the other? What is that show?
It's a bunch of like 13-year-olds. I've never seen it, but it's a bunch of 13-year-olds. It's in the name.
It's in the name.
Well, okay. Also, if it was 13, it would be about two girls in LA like doing weird shit.
Oh yeah,
okay, that's why I was like, wait, is
it's
it
not
that? That's why I wanted
not,
to ask.
Evan Rachel Wood.
Thank you. And
not that movie.
Okay, great.
It's like a Broadway
Nikki.
play,
Okay.
a lot more wholesome than that.
Okay, great.
Called 13. And then when she was even younger, she was on Annie. She was Annie when she was younger.
There's even pictures of her with the little wig. And
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's very Sarah Jessica Parker. She was
Annie.
Annie.
Yeah, Sarah Jessica
Interesting
Parker.
where the Annies become. It's very.
This is an Ariana Grande podcast.
Sorry,
just to educate you.
Yeah.
In that.
You know
what
too
it
much.
is.
Okay,
Yeah.
but here's my thing though, because
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to be the segue that I've been waiting for in this moment. Because one of the things I'm most fascinated by her is how she encapsulates her relationships. Because I'm always like Thank You Next was such a great, one of the greatest songs ever.
Yeah.
Honestly, I will say hands down one of the greatest songs ever, lyrically,
Iconic.
and if anything, just because it was like.
And just the lore around it.
Yes, and it wasn't necessarily a diss track, and it wasn't necessarily a love song. It just was more of a song for her.
The perfect response to the chaos that was happening in her life and the media and everything that was like controlling her narrative.
Yeah.
For her to come out with that and be like.
And I love that she had to
Yeah.
make like several versions of the line about Pete because she didn't know what was going to happen.
There were some with
Yeah.
names and some not without names, and there was different versions.
Yeah. And because
How does it go again? Then I end up with
Sean,
Yep.
but he wasn't a match.
Yep.
Then I ended up with Ricky. Now I listen and laugh.
Which is that a
I
diss?
thought I'd get married. And for Pete,
Dude,
I'm so thankful.
Yep, right?
I think we should say to Malcolm. Because he
he was an angel.
And that's
Okay.
And then, if you clock this, is Ariana like lovers
let's see
here.
if I pluck this.
In positions, she references Pete.
Oh yeah, repeat.
Yeah, I hope that don't repeat history because she's not trying to repeat history.
But she kind of did.
Mommy,
exactly.
She did
because
she married this.
Yeah, I was about to say yes.
So that's what I'm saying. Going back to like the lore, and I think this is the perfect segue because she's a Cancer. She's like a lover girl. So that's why I feel like the relationship between her and Cynthia, I'm not surprised, especially because this Wicked is such a like her dream role, and it's such a big part of her life that I think she really, as an artist, just really ingrained herself in it, and probably trauma bonded with Homegirl, you know? So, or just not, I don't want to mean trauma bonded, but really bonded on like an artistic kind of like frequency. But then she's a Cancer, but you know who else is a Cancer?
Are you a lover boy?
I'm a lover boy. But yeah, I am a Cancer.
Okay, so are you
Body
an
built
Ariana? Yeah, are you an
like
Ariana?
a dancer.
Oh,
sorry. Yeah,
no, I was about to keep going.
That's all I know.
Oh, okay. Just kidding.
Because I'm a Cancer, right?
Yeah, like I'm a Cancer, body built like a dancer.
Are you that type of person? Do you collect your relationships like that and save them for great pop songs?
No.
Okay.
I do not.
Because here, Jonathan, backstory. I've known you for how fucking long? Like since FIDM. We went to FIDM together, so college. So this is like Tumblr
14,
days.
14 years.
14 years that we've known each other.
14 years that I've known Stephanie.
And I'm
And it's just, to me, it's funny the way our friendship, we've known each other for so long, but we
took
don't.
a while to become friends.
Yeah, but like we don't like see each other every
Yeah.
day, or you know, it's like sporadically hangouts. But then it just seems like we just, you know, like
it never
days.
feels weird.
Yeah,
it always feels like we just pick up
where we
Those are
left
my
off.
favorite.
or like
Yeah.
when I see him, I feel like I've already been seeing him all the time. It doesn't feel like there's like a gap in between until we like talk. And I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, you know, I laugh because I remember I would see you around school. It kind of like the same thing with like I had with Six, where I was like, oh, I want to be friends with this person.
That's how I was too. At
Really?
FIDM, I'd be like, I want to be friends with that person. Like,
When I saw you, I remember being like, I want to be friends with you. And but I'm also like, I could be a little assertive with it, but I'm also trying to be not so crazy about it. But I'll like slowly assimilate myself into your life. And I feel like that's what I did. I don't know how, but because we had so many classes. We had so many classes together until we finally like, we had a project together.
We had a project, yes. And
that's where I was like, you're my friend.
It was me, you, Caitlin, and some other girls.
Yes, yeah. And
Doesn't matter. We can't even remember their names.
know.
Great.
Yeah, she was the one that never did anything in a group project, but that's why we'll move on.
I love that that's the one you remember, the good one and the bad one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. Okay, great.
Linda.
Perfect. Yeah.
Linda, yeah. Yeah. Alphabet. Yeah, I think we've had you on the show before, like earlier, a few years ago you were on. And we talked about like you manifesting a man because you've never ultimately been, at least like from my perspective, have been in like a serious relationship enough for it to be like Instagram public, if that even makes sense. Like you've always been like kind of single.
Never been in a full-on blown relationship where we're celebrating anniversaries and whatnot. Just flings.
Okay.
And just like failed relationships.
Because obviously you go on these dating apps, you go on dates, like you've hooked up with guys, like you're actively dating.
Mm-hmm.
But like what's something that you feel like is like common every time you're in these relationships, that when you meet these guys? You're gay, right? Just kidding. Imagine.
How dare you speak to my husband like that?
Yeah.
We are married.
I mean, I felt like the common thing is me in these relationships that I've encountered. Since I moved back to LA 2 years ago now, I've attempted at it twice, and it just ended up being the same thing where it's just like they're not ready or I'm coming off too strong.
Because I feel like for you've never been, to me, never really about like the hookup culture. Like you're more of like, I want a relationship. But then because of like the culture of these times and just dating in LA in general, it's like we all easily fall into that, you know, even though we're not like necessarily looking for that. So is that like something that happens?
I mean, I've sort of like caved into it a little, like
Okay.
the hookup culture. Just because I'm like, well, I'm not gonna.
You're like, well, I need to get my fucking
wait.
dick
Yeah,
sucked.
like
Yeah,
I
I'm
need
not
to
gonna
like
wait till
get something, you know.
Yeah.
And I've actually, it's crazy. I've like met like great people through just like hookups.
Yeah.
But nothing where it's like a relationship.
But you know it's not you, right?
I know it's not me.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had some reflecting, and I've like through the past like 2-3 years, I've kind of like reassessed and like, what is it? I was like, it's not me. I know I'm not the problem. Like, I know what I bring to the table. Stephanie, you know what I bring. Like, we talked about it in the last episode.
Yeah, because to me, I'm like, I look at you and I think so highly of you. I'm like, wow, Jonathan is like good looking. You're smart. You like take care of yourself. Like, you're healthy and you're ambitious and you're creative. That I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with like what's happening? You know, not that like there's anything that's what makes you worthy, but it's also kind of like, why wouldn't, if I was a gay man, I'd be like, fuck yeah, wife up Jonathan, you know what I mean? So, and maybe I just like always think like that of my friends. I think so highly of the people in my life. I'm like, they should be in a relationship, because I feel like it's one thing to present that to me as a friend, but like I think when you date, they get a different version of you. For me, when I was single, the thing is with my friends, it's like I would tell you guys the vulnerable sides of me. I'd be like, oh my God, he's not calling me. I'm going crazy, like my anxious attachment style. But like when I was in front of the dudes, I was like, yeah, like
everything's
I'm a cool
fine.
girl. Everything's cool. Like
I
don't even care.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't even. Yeah, we could just like hook up and that's it. Like I'm not like growing feelings. Like
but that's how. But
then I'm like crippling inside.
Yeah.
So you're going through the similar thing.
Like I think I'm also. I think I've mentioned it too that I'm the same type of attachment style.
Oh, the anxious attachment. Yeah. Because you listened to Jess' episode. That's what it is.
So between this last episode you did with Steph and now you've done some reflection and everything, and you realize that you've targeted a type of an anxious attachment style, as well as realizing you're like, I'm not the problem. I know what I bring to the table. Is there anything else that you've kind of like learned about yourself, or like do you see like singledom in a different light?
I don't know. I'm starting to think that, I have all these traits and I know like what I bring, but maybe I don't know how to date.
Okay. I think that's what I was going to ask.
That's what it is, because it's crazy. Just recently, my phone backed up to a previous, you know how we back it up and you have different ones in there? For some reason, it like brought up messages from like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And I was like scrolling. I'm like, where did this come from? And they're not saved numbers. And I'm clicking on them. And there were all these like guys that I've like somewhat dated. And I'm reading through like the messages. And I'm like, why would I say that? Or like, why was I saying these things? Or why was I being like dumb? You know?
Yeah.
Do you have an example if you don't mind sharing?
No, I deleted
or like,
them. I was like,
then that's fine. But like, what would
like? I thought that I was flirting, but then it's just like, why was I saying those things? That wasn't cute, you know. But I was like, this was 5 years ago,
right?
You
So
know?
you've like grown a bit.
Yeah,
you're like, I'm a new person and everything. So then let's step back a little bit. How would you like to date? Like, let's not worry about the other person quite yet. Like, what would you like from your dating life?
Just to be on the same page.
Okay.
So
reciprocity.
I feel like it's hard to find people that are like
want the same thing.
Yeah, that want the same thing. And I know people say like, put yourself out there. And I have an example of that because I recently like have been shooting my shot at someone on Instagram that we matched on one of the dating apps, not like the hookup ones, like the normal.
Like a real,
I think it was Hinge.
Yeah.
I think it was Hinge.
Cute.
We just became friends on Instagram, but we never really actually
like,
hung out or anything like that. So I've been like low-key shooting my shot in a right, cool, respectful way, but then it's not being reciprocated. And I'm just like, should I message him and tell him like, hey, I've been shooting my shot and I want to know if you'd be interested in dating or whatever, you know, going on a date or something. So I feel like I have to do that, but it's just like, why do I have to do that if it's so obvious and I'm like throwing my shots, you know?
Okay.
People are idiots. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna be like,
it's true. It's true.
Well, I would just be like, why don't you?
Why haven't I like explained myself?
Yeah.
Because it's pretty obvious like that I'm shooting my shot.
But wait, so when you're shooting your shot, what do you mean?
Yeah,
like, what are you doing?
Like, I'm not necessarily like being like, hey, like the way that you would think shooting your shot is, but it's like, okay, for example, a couple of days ago, I think he like, you know how you could put on Instagram, there's like a bubble where you could put what's going on or you could put a song.
Yeah.
So I think he put something about like cuddling weather, right? And so then I replied to it with like the emoji with the raising hand and then with the little fingers, right? Saying like, same, right? And he just liked it.
Okay.
But that's just one example.
Right.
I've done several for the past like month and a half or 2 months.
Okay.
I feel like with those, it always like it could mean anything, right? Like you could assume one thing and then it actually means another. But that's why it's so confusing because it's like, okay, there's like a little bit of like planting the seed. I feel like those are good planting seeds, but it's not shooting the shot just yet. You
didn't have the ball. I haven't actually
I think that's what it is. I think you
but you didn't shoot it.
You know that's what it is. You got an assist.
So, yes.
But you didn't do like a actual
Yes. Yeah. You didn't actually shoot the shot. But I think what you should do is actually shoot your shot, because that's how you'll get your answer.
Okay.
Is if you're just like, hey, I just feel like we could have a good vibe. Whatever sounds like Jonathan, in a sense of just being like straightforward and honest and still like cutesy, and then let's hang out sometime. You want to go grab coffee and go on a date?
And then if there's some excuse, then that's my answer.
That's your answer.
You're not into me.
Versus like something like you saying like, oh, I'm down to cuddle, and he just liked it. It could like, that's still kind of leaving you in the unknown. Could mean anything. It could be like maybe a sense of rejection, or it could be like, okay, yeah, I like it. Now what? Some people are not maybe bold enough to be like, haha, yeah, like know how to flirt back, because everyone flirting styles flirt differently and expect differently from each other.
Yes. And so as someone who's been accused of being very upfront and very bold, and I'm like, I just think I'm telling you
your
things.
Ways. That's why I'm here.
Wait, I flirt.
Yeah.
I just flirt.
Yeah, you just flirt with everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah.
And
she's
my
flirting
thing, exactly, we're married now because of that. I mean, see how it got us into a marriage? That's all it takes.
All it takes.
Holding space. It really is in queer media. But no, I think that like.
This looks like queer media right here.
I should
start a podcast and just call it queer media.
Oh my God. Just like a
Write
production company. But this is one that I shot. There was this, I went to a concert recently, and there was a really hot DJ, and I just DM'd him, and I was like, as Wayne Gretzky famously once said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, which means this is me shooting my shot, ... So like, what's your view on cute girls with great taste in music? And then he liked it, and then he was
Very
like,
Rose.
he was like, well, he said, wow, that is absolutely one of the greatest shooting of the shots, and I'm just here in the bleachers. And I said, then let's play ball. And then we've been flirting ever since.
Wow. Is this a script?
That's very bold.
I mean,
I don't flirt like that. I'm a more like, I'm gonna let you know I'm down to hang out, but like,
you fill in the rest.
Yeah. Because I also don't want, for me personally, too much boldness is like putting pressure. I don't want you to know that I even like you that much, because I still want to play it cool. This is my like cool girl.
It happens.
Trauma. But like, and then there's the other side of me.
Recovering cool girl over here.
Yeah, recovering cool girl over here. Well,
honestly, both
later.
of us.
Yeah,
No,
like,
I get it.
Cool girl. No, bitch, you're a fucking nerd. Okay?
You cry in your car on the drive home after the hookup.
Not that fucking cool.
It's all right.
Right, you love Britney Spears. Don't act like you love EDM. Okay, don't do it.
Both those things.
I've had those conversations in my head. You're not a rave girly. Okay,
Stop.
It's fine. You're a Britney Spears girly and you're an Ariana Grande girly.
Me
Love it. Yeah, I'm popular. Anyways, what was I even saying? Oh yeah, so but
you don't want to like come off like I like you. You don't want them to know you like
yes,
them.
I don't want to be like, oh my God. Like I'm just like, yeah, I like you. I'm interested. But also like, let's see where it goes. You know, because I don't know. What if I actually fucking hate them? Or what if I just want to be friends with them?
Yeah.
And I just thought they were cute and whatever.
And I think that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Is that sometimes you can go there and then you realize you're like, just kidding. I want to backtrack and like hope that you can go back.
Takes away the pressure a little bit.
Yes. And I feel like we can actually get to that in a hot second because that's a fun topic. But with this though, I do think you should shoot your shot in a little, like to Steff's thing, a little more kind of like verbal, just to be like, hey,
I would like to take you out.
I would like to take you out, or would you be interested in going out?
Let's draft it and send it now.
I mean, do you want to?
We can.
Okay, let's draft it. We're here.
Yeah, we could.
But
walk
I
you
will.
Through this.
I'm gonna. Okay, you know what? Let's draft it. I'm
gonna put it on my notes.
Okay. I will say this though. You were talking about like what you would want is you want someone to be on the same page as you. Yes. So far, I can tell right now your guys' communication styles are not on the same page. Because if you're like, this is me flirting through emojis and he just heard it, just know what this is not a red flag or green flag, but this is telling me what kind of person he is already in such subtle ways. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of
it's not a bad or a good thing. It's just kind of like, okay, we had a little bit of miscommunication. Now, how do we drive it to where, like, let's just be real. Let's be on the same page. And I think by you starting with, we should hang out, like, I would like to take you out sometime, is a good way to be like, okay, get on track to what exactly is the intention here.
I mean,
and you're going to be honest. You're being yourself. You're being honest. You're not
bidding around, like hiding behind bushes.
No,
or anything.
peeking through, liking things.
I feel like since we did it off of the cuddling weather, that you were like, now that cuddling weather is over, why don't we
It's
go?
still cuddle weather. It's,
Yeah, it's pretty chilly out there.
It's still,
Let's
God,
grab
you
some soup.
fucking Californianers. I'm like, this is totally
Baby,
fine.
it's cold outside.
Well, okay, you could be like, since we're still in cuddling season, why don't we get something warm to drink or something?
Do you feel comfortable with that though? Because to me, that makes me feel uncomfortable to say that. But like, you're more of a bold flirt. Yes, we want to be upfront about like take you out, but like to me, I don't know. I got a little like, ooh, I wouldn't say that. But like,
what would
you
you
would say that. I wouldn't even mention it, to be honest.
I would probably do piggyback on the cuddling, right? I'd probably be like, kind of like, oh, so how's the cuddling going? You know, how does the cuddling going with you? And I don't know if he has a dog or a cat, right? I would just kind of like go something around that. And then just kind of be like, it's getting chilly out there. Maybe we can grab coffee sometime.
I feel like that's good because that's you.
Start.
It's a good start. I feel like that's you. And
you're opening the conversation.
Opening the
you're
conversation.
Asking a question.
Yes. Because at the end of the day, what the goal is, you're being straight up about taking him out. It's like as long as you feel like you're naturally showing up as yourself, asking that question.
Are you a child of divorce?
No, my parents are happily married.
Still
have
together.
been for 36 years. So
how's their relationship like?
It's good. Like themselves. Yeah. They're fine.
Do they ever like? Because to me, that's,
I feel like now with age though, like they bicker a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
But that's just they're just.
Did you ever watch them fight as a kid?
Once I was like, I don't know, 6, 7.
6, 7.
Oh my God. I did not say it for that reason, but 6, 7.
Wait, I hate that.
Sorry. I've been hanging out with Lily for too long.
I was gonna say, okay.
Yeah.
You were gonna ask a question though about the marriage.
Yeah, no, because this fascinates me, right? Because like as a child of divorce, and I feel like a lot of people have parent trauma of like the
100%.
relationships they see, but there's people that like who actually have come from a loving family. And, you know, even like I think Jess has the same thing too, right? Where it's like Jess also has had a great example of like a marriage and a relationship. So she kind of approaches this dating life and finding her person in that kind of same mindset. And the dating world doesn't work like that anymore, unfortunately.
No one's going to war.
It's a different.
No one's dying. You know what I mean?
No one's just like getting to know each other and being like, I like you, and then just
everyone's
committing.
Scared to say that. It's so crazy.
Yes. So it's like hard for, and I think there's actually now that I'm thinking about it with Jonathan and Jess are very similar.
And she's a Cancer too, right?
Yeah. So you guys might need to like connect
Mingle.
somehow. Yeah. And just like trauma dump on each other. But like where it's like you had great examples of like parents and their relationship, but yet having a hard time finding someone because you do enter it being like, yeah, I want a relationship. And everyone's like, you know, and then you find yourself having to adjust to like this new age type of thing. And it's hard. It's like doesn't feel natural because that's not what you've seen.
Do you think it's because this is the largest, millennials we're the largest generation, and also aren't we the largest generation of divorced parents too?
Yeah,
I think so.
So the fact of like my parents are also still married, so it's you, me, and Jess, and like maybe one other person, Tyler.
Yeah.
His parents are still married, so like you're making such a great point. I think it's that, and it's the dating styles of. You and Brian are like, we are gonna make it work because you saw what couldn't work. And then it's like, well, yeah, no wonder we're like trying to find that.
But you date differently than Jonathan and Jess. You date like how everyone else dates.
And I think I'm okay.
Or have you molded yourself into this over time?
Subconsciously. I don't think I did this on purpose. I think subconsciously now that you're bringing this up, I'm like, I think that's what it is. Yeah, I just saw that, I guess.
Or because you didn't see any fighting, that could also be a thing too. Like, how do you see them ever like resolve issues or like show love to one another?
Mexican babes.
I know, but
It's
tell me a little bit more.
Like, even though my parents, yes, they're married and they're still together. Growing up Mexican, and I'm first generation, so it's a different way of like growing up. And I've actually talked to my parents about this because I feel like that was sort of affecting my dating life, was because I've seen myself in past relationships or flings, whatever, where I want to know why I'm not, like, why don't they want me? Like, why don't you want me? Like, what's wrong with me? What do you want? Like, I'll be whatever you want. Like, I will mold myself into that. And when I went to therapy, I kind of like pinned it on just like my parents, the way that they say the love that they show to me. They're more of like doing things for you and gifting, but I've never really heard like, I love you.
Oh,
and
yes.
It was an emotional.
Yeah, that's a very common thing. Even
it was a very, very emotional confrontation with them. We were a little bit, obviously had some drinks. And my dad was more understanding and listening. My mom's very like, doesn't believe in trauma. And I'm like,
yeah, this is
no,
very
that's because you're dealing with trauma right now, Mom.
Yeah, like because you are the fucking trauma.
That's she doesn't want to look in the mirror, you know?
Right.
So to me, I took it as like, since I never really heard it as growing up, and I feel like that's why I grew up in wanting to find seek that pretty much. So that's what I told them, and they always like joke around. I mean, I'm Mexican. They lovingly joke about that, but I know that's one of the reasons why.
No, but that's like so common because like even in the Filipino culture, I feel like there's like a lot of similarities to like the Mexican culture too, especially as like first gen and stuff. And like thankfully, my parents did say I love you to me, but I know people who are also first gen, who are also Filipino that went through the same thing. And even my dad, when I was talking to my dad about like, what's the relationship like with your dad? And he was like, yeah, he never like said I love you or anything like that. That's a real thing that happens in like brown communities and like the immigrant experience. I mean, do white people...
I mean, it's like different. As a white
representative.
As the queer media white representative. It's, I mean, not from my dad. Immigrant dad.
Okay.
Not really.
So your dad's Irish immigrant.
Yeah. I don't think he heard I love you a lot. I mean, he had
So is this just like a new age American thing to say I love you? Because that's the thing too, right? Is like maybe if we grew up in Mexico or in the Philippines, like would I have been wanting and longing for that if I didn't see it happening to like my peers or
it's like Americana
in media and queer media, you know what I mean? How can you want something that you don't even know exists? Maybe that is that kind of thing with the immigrant first gen, is that like they know what it's like to grow up and build these relationships in their countries, but like here and then raising American child and they're having a completely different experience. We're like, hey,
how do you?
My white friends become their parents bitches and hoes and shit. And like, why can't I cuss around you? You know, or like, why did they don't get their ass beat, but you beat me or whatever.
It's so funny that you say that because we've all watched the Kardashians, right? And you know how they talk to Kris, right? They're like vagina and stuff. And I tried it once with my mom and she was just like, why are you talking to me like that? And I was like, Kris Jenner and Kourtney do it, or you know?
Can I just say, as a white person, I don't claim them. I would not like.
Not white.
I did. Yeah, you know, I would not like them in my community. I've also not watched the Kardashians.
Oh,
so I'm
sorry
so sorry.
to put you in that.
No, it's okay.
In that category.
But I do. But I have to say, I've watched clips. I've watched clips. I know all the jokes. But you're right in the sense of like there is a. I mean, I talked to my mom about everything. It's a very like freedom thing.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, but I mean, you don't disrespect your mom the way that they be like talking about.
Yeah,
but in a similarity crazy. Where you're like, yeah, you just openly talk about anything. You know, like that's he can't and do that in a brown household. Are you kidding me?
Taboo.
Well, because I mean, now you guys are now having these conversations, though, right?
Not sex?
No, I'm not. Well, I mean. Well, you are, yes. I mean, in this but then also these ideas, though, you're having these conversations. You talk to your dad about intergenerational trauma. You're talking to your parents about the fact that their marriage has been projected, and also the marriage of Stephanie and Rose has been projected onto you. That you were projected on. Where else do you think you're standing on that? Like, it almost seems like you kind of, I don't know, do you see dating differently now because you know that's what it stems from?
A little bit more. I feel like I definitely do love myself more and I respect myself more. That's beautiful. I've put myself in the last 2 years, I've tried dating twice and I'm very proud because I can step away from something that's not serving me or they're not bringing, like they're just going to bring the worst out of me. And it's hard, but I'm like, I've been down that rabbit hole and I'm not going to do it again. So I need to put myself out of the box and just walk away from what's not gonna be
Serving
good
you.
for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hard to do, though.
That is really hard to
It's
do.
really hard.
Essentially breaking a habit.
Yes, that's what it is.
And when you're seeing the patterns of that. Okay, so then we're still on the apps though, right?
I'm on Hinge, but I
Okay.
just recently, I didn't know Facebook had like dating.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, Facebook has dating now.
Like meditate. Wait, I'm so confused.
Meditate, AI dating.
AI dating?
No,
Meta
look,
AI
there's like
dating.
a dating.
Wait, what the
Look.
fuck?
And then
Oh my god,
It's a dating
he's
app?
gorgeous.
and
Wait, can
then-
we match
Yeah.
with him? Let's match with him.
Well, let's read. Let's read.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just went off of
A little bit
looks.
about I'm a person who loves peace of mind, like going to the gym, live a healthy life, don't
Okay,
smoke
you
or
too.
okay, like plants, rides motorcycles.
So he's like an organ donor.
He's not here for situations. Small but important detail. I don't like overweight.
Oh.
Oh, god damn it. He made it worse.
He's
He had to make it
fat-phobic.
weird about fat phobic.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's like former fat person probably. And he doesn't
Yeah,
hate
but
himself,
yeah,
it's
that's,
like a bad
that's
thing.
how it
Wow.
looks.
Yeah, that last line kind of.
It's
Yeah,
so
I
funny.
did not match.
Yeah,
It's like,
no.
okay,
See, that's why you do have to
judgy
read. My
fucker.
bad.
Yes, you do. Yeah, like
Yeah,
okay,
that's-
like yeah,
step one.
beautiful
Oh
eyes.
my God, beautiful eyes.
But then what
Yeah.
is
Step 1, read the profile.
Oh, he doesn't like animals? No, we can't trust
Oh.
she
him.
swipes
That's all I
the
think.
left.
Yeah.
Wow.
Doesn't like animals.
Who doesn't like animals? Why not a few people, but still.
But he is an AMC A-lister.
I like that. I like.
I
one of the
do like
movies.
that.
So I'm on here. I'm on Hinge. I've already had a couple people go through my Hinge profile and like edit and like how can I stand out.
Okay.
I've go frequently and I update my photos. I make sure that it's not just selfies and it's like me
Doing
something,
activities.
right? Hiking or with friends.
Not just
So,
partying
yeah.
all the time. That was one note I used to get from my.
Yeah, so I try to ump that up, but it's just like
Yeah.
it's just dead out there, or just people are just trying to play hard to get. Or I don't know what it is.
It's tough.
It's very tough.
Really.
We're also hitting that weird season. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like where it's like the cuffing season, kind of like post, like it's the, you know, it's
People
the
are already
before-
cuffed right now.
Exactly. So it's like that post season kind of vibe or whatever. But then you kind of hit, there's another
I
like
don't know, because
surge.
it's like when I was single, I didn't give a fuck what season it was. I needed somebody.
I know no one, I mean, we never really care about those seasons to begin with, but there are people who weirdly like subscribe to it, you know?
But then, like, those seasons even relevant with this new age of dating? Like,
Because it's
are
like,
we,
I don't want you
know?
for a fucking season. What the fuck?
No. But I feel like some people in a weird way still think like that.
Actually, I do love a little summer fling.
Oh.
Summer flings.
But then you get attached and you end up in the winter fling.
No. Oh.
And you're with them for a whole year. And they
Oh.
cheat on you with their ex.
Oh,
Morgan.
whoa!
We're learning so much.
We're learning.
This
a
is
lot.
probably
This
my
is-
favorite episode so far. I just feel like this has just been great. To your really good point and to your really good observation, are we still dating the same way we used to? Dating has changed because of the dating apps, right? Like that was a huge left turn. No one saw that happening, right? Dating
Right.
apps changed the fucking game. And then dating apps changed in a different way because then people started sliding in DMs and then
Yep.
they started getting more
Just the
access.
internet in general.
The internet in general and all that stuff. And so now it's like, you know, cuffing season was like a thing for a while and it's this whole like game and it's a gimmick and it's like, well, okay, is it still a game? Is it still a gimmick? Now there's these studies about people that are becoming trad wives and everyone's like, okay, date to get married. And now it's like millennial people are apparently dating younger because apparently Gen Z boys are a little more emotional intelligent than millennial men. And that's why we date younger apparently. And like all this other things. So like what is happening in dating in general?
Yeah. I mean, I think like definitely the internet is a complete reason why, because we have so much access to people. Like it's not
Too
normal
much
how
access.
available we are to people. So like that plays a huge part, is like people are not dating within their bubbles and their community anymore. You know, like you could get somebody in fucking Africa if you really wanted to extend your miles out there. You know what I mean? Like you could
International
find
bae.
somebody. Yes.
Passport bros. Remember that was a thing?
That's
Guys
a
going to
thing.
other countries
yeah,
and finding
but now
girls?
it's like you could do it from your phone. You know what I mean? So like we all have like easy access to each other. So it just makes it more competition. Not even just the competition aspect of it. It like makes it weirdly disposable. I felt so weird when I would be on dating apps, and I would match up with people and I would get a bunch of matches, but like I wouldn't respond to people really sometimes, or I would and I would just like stop, and it's just like they become they just become like disposable, you know what I mean? Like they become profiles, they become less human. It's like feels like you're dating AI, you know, like you're dating your phone.
And people are doing that.
Yes, and that's a whole other subject for another time.
Yeah.
But it's like you're just dating on your phone versus like actually having real life experiences. And I don't know if people even know how to really get to know each other.
So do we do that?
So no, it's like a lack of human experience now. It's like, this is great that we have access to each other and we are able to date outside of our community. I think there's a lot of greatness in that. But I think there's now become this thing where it's almost like too easy that it's not as like, it's like almost being taken for granted.
Mm-hmm.
We're not dating wisely, and we're not getting to know each other. You know, we're just like, whatever, on to the next.
Things, yeah. Do you think we should is that it though? Just go back to dating in the wild? Like go out there and find people?
Well, I think you could date on these dating apps, but it's just being more like
conscious,
intentional. You know, like learning how to like. Okay, yes, we have this profile, we have this app, but let's make it more about this human experience. Let's really try to treat people as more than just this profile and like really remember that these are people who are also trying to find love too.
Yep.
And if there is interest there, knowing how to get to know somebody. Because I also found this thing when I was dating where it felt like redundant conversations.
I know, it's Groundhog's
Day. And it almost felt like robotic. That I almost felt like a robot. I felt like I was just a profile. And it was like lacking this kind of like human experience where there wasn't vulnerability. There wasn't asking the right questions. It was just like who you are, what you do for fun, what do you do for your job.
Yeah.
Why are you in LA? Tell me about the music that you make. Let me listen to it.
Yeah. Or not listen to it. Yep.
You know, like it just feels so like people aren't trying as hard to get to know each other. And I also think they don't know how to.
It's like they have a PDF and they're just like, here's a new one. Let me just send the PDF.
Yes.
And this is like the basics of me.
Yeah. Basically. And so what I got with Brian, what I felt like it was so refreshing, even with Morgan, honestly, was like the way that we got to know each other was so human. And me and Brian met from the internet. You know what I mean? Like we met online. The internet is what brought us together, which is great. Now our relationship isn't through the internet. We're not just like liking something like, hey, like no, let's get to know each other. Let's take this offline, get to know each other. And I think people don't know how to do that anymore.
Yeah.
They only know how to be a profile. They only know how to present themselves on Instagram.
Pen pals.
On TikTok, yes. But they don't know how to just like be themselves and feel like that's enough and that's okay. And I see that a lot.
People are too comfortable behind the profile online.
They want to be the profile.
Yeah.
And they'll be the profile in person and lack vulnerability and substance behind it. They want to still be the cool person that they present themselves online.
I think that's why I go for blunt. I just like to call the bluff. I like to be like,
cut to the chase.
Yeah, let's go. And I think it's why it's easier to get people
Has
off.
that worked for you?
Have
you been in a serious relationship shooting your shot like bold like that?
Oh, 10,000%.
It works for you, yeah.
Southern gentleman, I just looked at him and I was just like, where do you want to go right now? And he was like, well, we're at work. And I was like, let's hang out after work then. And then, you know.
Yeah.
He's happily in another relationship, so it's fine, honestly.
But you guys were essentially in a happy little relationship.
We were in a happy relationship, and it was just proof, though, that I just love being single.
Right. It didn't work. It wasn't your person. But at least you had that human experience to get to know somebody and to like see if that person is your person or not. You know? Like I think you were able to like live it out and be able to like fill it out and stuff. And I think
using sex as a way to get people off the app is easy too. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like that's the hookup culture. It's like it's the carrot at the end of the string. It's just being like, okay, like I'm down to do this, but you know, hey, like let's get coffee first or something. But people do want to stay on the profile for a long time. But I think that's why I call the bluff out all the time where I'm like, yeah, I don't have to. I don't have time for that.
And I feel like that's how this guy, I feel like he wants to just stay still just in like the Instagram DM.
He wants to be an Instagram profile still.
Yeah.
He likes
I think we need to start compartmentalizing that.
And I think I am going to
That's why
send
ask
that
him
message.
out.
I'm going to ask him out bluntly. I'm
not
okay with
fling.
rejection. It's fine. It's redirection. You know?
Yes.
To make you feel better.
And you'll feel so much more. Sorry, I interrupted.
No. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, and you'll feel better because you'll have the answer. And you'll be like, okay, hurt a little bit, move on. versus lingering more when you shouldn't be there.
Yes.
See, we agree on things.
We do all the time.
Give me your hand.
No,
hold
what are you
space.
talking about? Okay, hold space. We agree all the time. It's just we take the weirdest way to get there. It's always agreeing.
And then that's another like throwback to my old dating ways. It's like they will tell me what they shouldn't tell me, but then I would still linger and I would go crazy and I would be like obsessive and like.
Oh, that's a hard one because Dr. Molly says that love is a drug and that even means crushing sometimes. So it is a very difficult thing to disassociate from. But I will tell you, I literally just got kind of rejected recently because I met this gentleman at like in the wild at a function. He was a friend of a friend. We hit it off in person, I thought, and then we were just being nice, texted 3 days in a row. And then I kind of sent like maybe not like a dramatic text, but like we're both writers. And I was like, yo, I just went to this writing conference and like these people said these really cool shit, made me think of you. And he was like, oh, that's very nice. And I was like, yeah, like hope I wasn't like weird or anything. And then hear from him. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to shoot my shot one more time. I immediately regretted it the second I sent it. And then 30 minutes later, didn't hear anything. It's been 3 days and I was just like, okay, that's my answer.
Yeah.
Deleted the thread and just kept it pushing.
He's just not that into you.
He's just not that into you.
At least you got the answer. Instead of creating delusion.
Yes. And of course.
And it's not real. It's not there.
It's not there. 10% of it, I wanted to have him say it because I'm learning in a lot of it. I can never understand ghosting because it's not something I would have done. And I don't understand when people don't explain themselves because that's not something I wouldn't do. So it's like, okay, I need to like not, that's my problem is I assume that people are going to run on the same function as me. And you just have to like let it go. But also, Judge sees it, said it last time, rejection is the best thing to happen to you when it comes to flirting. More people need to experience it. What? You seem nervous about.
No, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it.
Okay.
I will do it.
Is there anyone
that'll
else?
Be my whatever the reply is, I'll let you guys know if I go on this date or not, or hey, it didn't work out.
Well, do you have another backup plan? Like, is there anyone else on your radar right now?
There's no one else on my radar. There was somebody that I had to step away from that I had been talking to and I've met up with a few times in the past year now. I texted him and I expressed like, what are we doing? Like, what's going on? We obviously have chemistry, it's there. The thing is that he doesn't live in LA. He lives Pasadena, Santa Clarita. Over the
it's
hill.
A long distance relationship. Okay.
Sort of, kind of. Yeah. It's still very doable. And I was willing to try it. I was willing to do the long distance. I'm like, let's try it out. Like, you never know, right? I was willing to do it, and and
it's not that long. It's not like he's in a different. It's like
state.
Yeah.
I was willing to try it, and he replied, and the reply was not what I wanted, and I left it at that. Because that's not like, it's like you said, it's like it wasn't the answer I wanted. I'm not going to keep expressing and but like
trying to prove something.
I'm like it is what it is. We'll leave it at that. And I just kind of, it's been 2-3 months now. It was like during one of the retrogrades that I was just like, let it go.
Right. Yeah.
Let it go. And I mean, it's been kind of hard though, because we're still like friends on Instagram and TikTok. And sometimes he likes my stuff. And I feel like
you never know what someone's going through. You know, like sometimes it's like not even about you. It's just like what they're going through, and even sometimes maybe they're not even ready to even see your worth because they're not like healed enough or something. You know what I mean? Like it could be absolutely anything.
Yeah. That's
but at the end of the day, it's like not your problem.
Yeah. And I don't think it was necessarily anything like that. I think what he told me, and it was really honest of him, was like he knows that he can't put the effort into a long distance relationship.
Got it.
Yeah. So he was very vocal and was communicating in that sense.
It's like it just doesn't line up with.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to me, okay, I have an unpopular take. I think a long distance, and I know you agree with me too, because we're one and the same. If anyone knows exactly what that song is, I love you. Because we're one in the same. Okay, anyways, a glitch. I just had a glitch. An ADHD glitch. I love a long distance relationship. I think a long distance relationship, for the first part of the relationship, to get to know someone in a long distance relationship, fabulous. It's like the ultimate situation to test to see if this person is for you. A lot of times they don't work, but a lot of times they do work. Because when you're in a long distance relationship, only thing you have is communication. And that's the biggest thing that's going to make any relationship last. If you're able to communicate and make the effort to see each other, oh yeah.
Cherry on top.
Ooh.
Yeah, I see why it's scary because people could get hurt. But like even said, you're like, I'm willing to make that like...
I was willing to because
Yeah.
younger me would have been like, no, like I need to see you every day,
Yeah.
every minute,
Right.
every hour.
Yeah.
But I was willing to because we really do have great chemistry. And it's like we talked on the phone and he'd be like, tell me about your day. And I talk.
Because you're able to still have your independence. And then now you come together and you tell each other about it. Like for me, because I like definitely have that little bit of that codependency. I used to always want to be with my person all the time. Well, more so when I was younger. But like I think it was good for me and Brian. We started in a long distance relationship. It was good to kind of like have that slow build that wasn't based off of sex and like anything else. It was just getting to know each other because that's putting in effort, you know?
It's creating
It's intentional.
a foundation.
Yeah, it's not convenient. That's the thing. I think that's why a lot of people get into like situationships or maybe even the wrong relationships because of like convenience.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like when something's not convenient and you're making effort, ooh.
And
it works. Ooh.
Yeah.
So don't be scared of long distance relationships, you guys.
Tell him. Should I call him and tell him?
Yeah, exactly. Be
Send
like, first
him-
of all,
I think
Send him this. And like, okay, he's past Santa Clarita. He's like, that's what? An hour and a half? Like, come on.
The times he's been
2 hours,
he's
maybe
been
max.
down and I've been over. It's been like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
an hour 40.
That's
Depends.
just traffic going from the east
Almost
side to
2
the west
hours.
side.
Yeah.
I
You know,
mean,
like that's our
I was
relationship.
about to be like, yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
He could have made it work.
But
I mean,
again,
he's still a good like you were saying,
Backup
like I don't want to say a backup plan, but like we left like in a good like terms. I guess
Yeah.
I just never replied.
Have you ever tried to make the list of what your dream partner is and you
Oh,
write
yeah,
it
Yeah,
as
we
though,
did it. We
Okay.
I mean, that was like
I was about to be
3
like,
years
yeah,
ago.
3
I
years
don't
ago.
know how I feel about the list.
Yeah, it's too.
What are your thoughts, Rose?
Well, not that I don't like the way that some people approach
Okay.
the list. I don't like how people, I like the idea of just saying, you know, there's too many people that are like, he has to be, blah, 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 blah. I think that's
6
great.
foot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big
I
dick.
think what it is.
Good
yeah,
job.
Yeah.
6 figures.
Yes.
7 figures.
Oh, yes, we're at that point now, unfortunately. There's
Yeah.
no reason
We're
for
like-
billionaires to
Right,
exist.
exactly. There's a 6-figure man is a low income household.
Yeah, I was about to be like, oh my God, people.
Yeah.
But like,
So,
I think it's kind of like kind of like boundaries. I think it's just nice to have a list to remind yourself if someone starts fraying off the course. Like when you were talking about how you were like, I felt bad. I'm falling in love with myself and I'm like putting myself first and everything. I feel like then that's like the dating thing where it's like, I think sometimes the list is a cool idea just to be like, oh yeah, I put down that I would like someone who knew how to communicate. This person's not really a good communicator. I should probably move on. Or
if
you
they
know what I
say,
mean?
wait, what? Oh, okay, sorry.
Like the list
might- yeah.
itself. You know
Okay,
what I
okay,
mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't like it when people are like he has to or he needs to be like when it's like a has to be or
Yeah.
a needs to be. It's like I feel like the you ready? What I'm trying to say is the list should be for you, more for this non-existent person that may not exist. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just like I want someone who respects me. I want someone who's funny, who can take a joke, who can let me feel relaxed and comfort. You know what I mean? It's like things that are like a little more freeing. And then, you know, like you were saying, and I feel like all three of us, we've been people pleasers, unfortunately, in a lot of our settings. When you were like, I'm willing to do it. I'll do it. I will mold myself to you. It's like, would you want that on your list though? You know what I
No,
mean? That you
yeah.
have to change yourself for this person. So I feel like if anything, maybe the new list is just like things that you bring to the table that you love, that you would like someone else to like, I would like for someone to bring this instead, you know what I mean? Or to match this energy, you know? And then, I don't know if that helps or anyway.
I
I
have to
also
revisit
think like
that
with the list, my issue is with it is like sometimes people can make that list very superficial and like not actually think about things that matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, great, you made this list and maybe you found him, but like, but was it a good fucking list? Like, is he someone who's actually going to be caring and like, you know, is not abusive? You know what I mean? Like, there's like all these things that are like, we skip over these certain personality traits that we don't even think of even matter because we're so focused on the fucking Instagram profile and finding this great man who's going to look great right beside you.
He's hung, but can he hang your curtains?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Is he a useful man?
Right. And like also, essentially, I think most of us want to end up with this person, right? We want to like get married perhaps or even have kids with them, whatever. And it's like, even that, it's like, do we have the same end goal?
Yeah.
We have to have the same end goal. Do they have the same morale? Because eventually we're going to have kids.
Yeah.
For instance, I was thinking about how a friend of mine, she's mad at her like ex-husband because they have like a younger kid and he like bought a gun for the house. And she's like, I'm not for that at all.
That's big.
And so stuff like that where we don't even think of.
Yeah.
Do we have the same belief on how we want to raise our kids? Do we want a gun in the house or not? Like, is he going to care about something like that?
Yeah.
Do I even care about that? I think there's things that people skip over and don't even think it like matters to them. And I think that's why it's like the list could be tricky because like it's great to like write things down that you want, but like let's make sure that we're writing things that actually like are going to make us happy and not just happy in a superficial way. Yeah, like an instant gratification. No, like we want something long lasting. Let's make sure we have a list and create someone and envision this person that is going to be someone that could be long lasting.
Yeah.
And not just for a photo.
Exactly.
You know? So
that's the part of it.
I'm learning a lot. I'm really I am. Like, okay, I'm going to send that message.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I
Jonathan.
definitely do need to revisit my list because I feel like it was super.
We all do it
like
though.
I had the list at 6 feet and like all of that, but it's just like
Trust me, there are men that are 6 foot and they're disgusting, terrible human beings.
Dumb.
And so dumb. And 5'9" is the average height of men in America. So, you know.
Give the short kings a try.
I mean, you know me. I love me a short king. I love me a passenger prince.
To me, I never even thought about height. Like to me, I was like, that is the least of my worries. Can I just get a man to like me? You know, can I just get a good man?
That part.
You know, like, can I just get a good man?
That's a good man, Savannah.
That's a good man, Savannah. and that's all I want.
I just want a kind person. I just want someone that brings peace.
Okay, then with that, can we
let's remanifest.
Okay, wait, but like, can we open this to the viewer? Can we be like, Jonathan is single, and if you would like to talk to him or DM, I think you should DM Bro Girl Therapy and like shoot your shot. And then we will kind of go through with it and be like, hey, or you could would you be open to people
I'm a little worried because
shot?
like the stats say it's like 98% women identifying. So
well, maybe they might have a friend.
I was about to be like, that's what I'm saying.
If you have a brother, a friend, a coworker,
can we open you up to people?
And let me just say, just because they're gay does not mean that we're gonna match.
Yeah,
because that's also another annoying thing too that happens. It's like, okay,
I know somebody that I think you'd be, and it's just like,
you're just gay. Yeah, they're just gay.
He reminds me of me.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like,
so okay, so that's it. So then, what are we kind of manifesting? We want someone that's kind. We want someone who can communicate,
brings peace.
Do you like masculine or feminine energy, or you don't even care?
I don't even care anymore. I feel like younger me was like masculine, but now I'm okay with like a little bit. I mean, at the end of the day, we're gay guys. Like, you're gonna have touch with your feminine side
right?
too,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm not even like super picky about that anymore. You know, like
Okay. And then are we feeling very much like, are we looking for monogamy? Obviously, you want something that's like a little, you pursed your lips. You're thinking.
What? No.
You want something that's open?
No.
I don't mean,
it doesn't strike me. I mean, no
like,
disrespect to anyone. You know,
no
disrespect to anyone.
That's why I'm asking if it's not your cup
At
of tea.
least for me right now, I would like to just be me and
to date
date the
with
person.
the person.
Yeah.
Okay,
like I'm tired
like
of
that.
dating the whole world and all of the dating. Yeah, you're like, I need one person. Yeah.
So we can open that up.
Do you like an extrovert or introvert?
Good question.
A little bit of both.
Okay.
A switch.
So someone who could a switch.
A switch.
A top or a bottom switch.
Well,
we're getting to it.
Yeah, that actually matters.
Essentially, yeah, I guess. Yeah, it matters.
Well,
Even though it really shouldn't, but like I guess, you know?
But I don't know. My friend Jordan just told me, he goes, there's nothing sadder than two bottoms falling in love. Because he's like, it really can just be so, you know?
But but when you really love someone, I truly think you'll figure out a way to fucking pleasure each other. Just sacrifice your whole for a second, switch like position. You know what I mean?
Maybe that's when that third person comes in.
Oh, there you go. But you don't want that third
I know,
person.
but I'm just saying, I mean, not for me, other people.
Oh, okay.
You're just saying in
For
general.
other people, like other two bottoms.
Yeah, other queer media,
Suggestion out there.
Queer media with the representation of all of them. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So you're obviously open to everything.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we're kind of looking for someone in the larger Los Angeles area, or long distance could be cute and fun.
Yeah,
are you willing to like
a
move
cute
somewhere?
little 2 hour, 3 hour distance,
You want to do like a different state? What if it's like a state that like maybe like New York or something? They're like, maybe I would live there if it like made sense, you know?
New York.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Like you're willing to do some like
I'm willing to do something. Like I don't think I've ever like dated that like far of a distance.
Yeah.
I think
different time zones.
Or it could be someone from fucking Oklahoma and they're like, maybe I'll come to LA. Like, that could be another option too.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're open to long distance, perhaps.
I'm open to long distance, perhaps. It just depends on the person, on the vibe, on the chemistry, on the connection. Obviously,
it's not for every person in a relationship. So I get that. How sensitive do you want them to be?
Good question.
Because I'm in a relationship and all of these things matter. Because they come up. We don't ever think about it, but they come up. How emotional are they? And how do they handle their emotions?
The guy we were talking about, he's an Aquarius.
Oh, God, they're the worst. Okay.
I always when I met him, I thought of your relationship because you're Aquarius.
Yeah.
And he's a Cancer. And I'm a Cancer and he's Aquarius.
Yes. I'm different than some Aquariuses. I'm not like
well, you're a woman, so it's different.
Aquarius men, I will say,
can be tough.
Could be tough because they don't know. Because it's not that we don't have emotions. We are
you
very.
Have them. You just
because we're all human, no matter what fucking sign you are. It's just that Aquarius are a little bit more of a slower burn. Friendship first is usually the case for most of. Yeah, like for me, friendship first before just like.
So do you want sensitivity?
So how do you?
I do. Not to my level of sensitive because I could be very sensitive.
How do you act when you're sensitive? Like, because I've never seen you be sensitive. You've always been so like we've never crossed that like bridge of.
You don't think this is sensitive?
No, I think he is sensitive. I see it, but I've never fully seen it. I've never seen him cry. I haven't witnessed the sensitivity.
Oh wait, I think we have different definitions of sensitivity.
Okay, what's
okay,
yours?
never mind. No, okay, no, I think that's good. Well, I just mean in the sense that I think a lot of people think that sensitivity is like or like your feelings get hurt, when I feel like sensitivity can just be intuitive of all emotions.
I think both.
And that you're because I feel like my mother's she's a Cancer and she is the grandmother of Cancers, I feel like, because the queen crab because I think she is so, and she's also a Pisces rising and a Scorpio moon, so she is a watery
she's
baby.
She's just crying all the time.
No, but I've never seen my mother. I've seen my mother cry 3 times in my entire life at funerals, and I've seen my father cry numerous times, and he's a Gemini, but he's also suppressed as a motherfucker, and he's like, I have to. But it's that. See, you would assume because someone's sensitive, they are crying all the time.
No.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying universal you.
Yeah.
That the idea that people think sensitivity is about crying.
Yeah. They always link those together.
It's
not.
one category.
Yes.
And I think that's why it's like kind of a nuanced question, because I agree with you. I think what you said was right, and I also think, what did I say? It's like the way that he react, like if that hurt his feelings. I think they all kind of exist in that same sensitive world. But I think that maybe the question is, how does he react when he does feel sensitive? Because I think we all could be sensitive, right? Like we're all human. We've all experienced being sensitive. How does this kind of person that you, or an archetype of a person that you feel like you could handle, hold space for, queer media, that of like the type of sensitive person, like how do they hold their sensitivity? Because there could be people who like maybe they feel a type of way and they could be avoidant.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little bit like, let me process, or they just don't even bring it up, and it's like easier that way. Or is there the person that's like reactive sensitive? They're like, ugh, they feel everything, and maybe it's tears or no tears, but they feel it and they're gonna let you know, and they're very like, but sometimes that could be overbearing. I don't know, like everyone's so different. Like maybe they come out in anger,
Yeah.
you know, like maybe they're like whatever. So it's like everyone does it differently. For me, I do not like an angry person. I think that we all experience anger, and I don't ever want my partner to ever be angry because that's not realistic. But like someone who's just constantly angry and bitching, it's a hard fucking no to me, you know?
Yeah. Quick to anger.
Yeah, I don't do well quick with anger. It's a lot of trauma with that. Like I'm like, I can't do that.
Shut down. Yeah.
I shut down. But also like I'm a very like positive person to where like I try to find light in every like bullshit situation. So if I have someone who's just like pessimistic and angry, I would be like, ooh, you know, like it just wouldn't work for me. So that was something I put on my list before I even found Brian, was like, I can't have someone who's quick to anger. That was like an ultimate like fuck no.
That's like red
you know,
flag.
but I wanted someone really sensitive still and like emotional. Like I don't want them to be like the opposite where they're not showing anything. I wanted them to be like, to feel something and to be honest about that. And I do have that now.
Are you getting emotional right now?
No. I'm just trying to think.
I like really was like, oh my God, wait, yeah.
No, because no one's ever going to be perfect. That's the thing.
Yeah.
There's never going to be a perfect person that's like the most emotionally intelligent, you know what I mean? Because it's like everyone has their traumas. But like what's something that is like, I think that would match your energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you may not even have that answer now, but just like a thought
Yes.
of like what would be something that would
Like
be
what
like
are you
make
willing
sense.
to like have to deal with and learn to?
Yes, like what would be one
What would it
healthy?
be?
Because you don't want to say like, you don't want to be like, okay, he has anger issues, deal with it. Like one, what's healthy for you? Because we want to manifest something healthy. And two, what's something that would like make sense that matches your style? You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
guess maybe the question is like, how do you deal with like feelings and emotions and your sensitivity?
I mean, I definitely would not. I would be sassy with it.
Yeah.
You know, I would be a little bit sassy with it, and I would probably have some trouble like bringing it up and be like, hey, that.
Non-confrontational.
I'd be like, hey, that was like not cool.
So
Why
like,
would you say that?
I would just say that.
Why would
you know
you say-
that I'm really upset. Like, why would you say
Put me
that?
in such an uncomfortable.
You put me in such an uncomfortable position, but why would you say that?
Yeah.
Sorry, this is Kardashian.
I love that.
This is a Kim Kardashian
Like,
crying
what?
meme.
What's going
I
on?
love it.
Yeah, me and him on the same algorithm.
No,
Yep.
I'm gonna add that to the list.
Yeah,
No,
it's just something that like I think people don't ever
People don't look
realize
beyond that. Yeah, like don't
the human experience
deep into it. Yeah.
Yeah,
get past the profile. Get past.
Yeah, get past
Yeah.
how they look,
Yeah.
the height.
because
smell
all of that
good.
shit doesn't matter when
Smelling good matters though.
It does.
I'm so
it does.
sorry.
Yeah,
'Cause
I mean
even when-
hygiene is a big thing
Teeth
too.
matter.
Because apparently
too.
even pheromones though, you
Yes,
know, we're attracted. You know,
attracted.
I had an ex who, he smelled so good even when he wasn't wearing deodorant. I was just like, and that's just our caveman brain saying, oh, you can make a good baby with this person. You know what I mean? That's literally what it is. So many couples were breaking up after COVID because they were living together, not showering, and then being like, what's that smell? And it's like, oh, you're just not physically attracted to the pheromones of that human. So yes, smelling
It matters.
good.
Yeah,
matters.
it's a part of it.
Or their natural smell should smell good.
But
to
it's not
you.
like that's not should be the defining factor of like
No.
how you choose like
A
that life.
partner.
Yeah, but it's like a thing that's step one of attraction.
But it's the things that matter to you and not the societal
Yeah,
Yeah.
mattering.
yeah.
So sensitivity, and then
But I think maybe just your homework and food for thought.
That's my homework.
Is being like, how do I react in these situations? And for me, like, I don't think I would even have known until I was in a relationship how I would have acted, because there's things that don't come out when you're single
yeah,
that comes out like in
The
your
way, yeah.
relationship, you know? So I think that's why it's like important to like date and get to know some people, because even if it's not a serious relationship, like how many times have we like gone to know someone, you're like, ooh, that's not for me, you know? Like
I've gone out and dated some guy, and he would purposely make me get me to bicker or like be angry.
Oh, that's a thing.
And
talked about
yeah,
this,
like
yeah.
he would
For
like
people, that's the love language.
like it's a love language, but it's like I was like, I know what he was doing, and I told him, I was just like, that's not cute. I'm not into it. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna like feed into it. So just stop.
There's people
And
who
I
like
never
that's their
talked
love
to him.
language is to like be mean to each other,
Love
and not
in a
even just like a
hopeless
fun
place.
roast. It's like it's a it's just to fight. But that's how they feel loved. Is like if they feel like they're fighting for you.
It's that unrequited.
So that's a big thing.
It was like we went on like 2-3 dates, and I was just like, not for me. I was like, and I think his mom had just passed. I was like, maybe I think you need to just like take some time, heal.
Leave me alone.
Heal, process.
Yeah.
I was like,
never come back. Don't spin the block.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have that and that. Those are good ones.
Yeah. Not to sound like I'm like judgmental or anything, but like sometimes when I see that like they're into like I know you talked about EDM, but when they talk about like EDM and like that's just not my scene. I know
yes,
I've
that's not my scene
what
either.
the scene is.
Yeah, it's not
and
my
as
scene
soon as
either.
I see it on their profile like EDM or like let's rave or whatever, I'm just like, oh, it's the other way.
I'm the same way, and it's no shame to those people because it's just we don't have the same interests.
We are not gonna have the same interests.
They're gonna want to go to a rave,
and I'm gonna just be like,
I'm not gonna want to go to a rave with you. You know, I might pop a Molly, but not at a rave. I'm gonna pop a Molly at home, and then we'll have a rave at home.
Facts. Facts. That's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real though, it actually sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, this has been very. It's good feedback and good notes.
I didn't mean to just like therapize you.
No, this is broke girl therapy. I can't afford a therapist right now, so
because what?
Unsolicited advice. I should have asked if he needed the advice.
Did you need the advice?
I did. I did.
You're okay with that advice?
Yeah. Like now
and
I'm just
projecting
like
on you.
I'm like, what am I doing? I'm in.
I know. I have to approve you for future person. I guess as Jonathan's ex-wife, I have to approve. This
the next and then one day we'll bring them on. It would be like, what? Like, how did you guys
right?
find
Okay,
that?
Love Island.
Oh my God, yes.
After sun.
Yeah. I know. Oh my
you
God,
gotta go find someone's son first.
There needs to be gay Love Island.
You know,
pitch
girl.
Pitch.
I'm sure it's been pitched.
Fuck Island.
Oh.
Sorry, that's what I think it should be.
Isn't there?
Well, I came up with Like Island,
like Fire Island.
Like Island is 35 and above, and it's just people settling. You'll do. Yep, and it's like
what's
not people
score?
Just.
And what's in a moo-moo?
Everyone's in a moo-moo.
Or like a pillow, just going
girls
like
are
this.
literally
like
reading
their belly.
Fourth Wing Fantasy and Soul Ties.
It's not even on an island. It's just on a set that looks like an island.
Yep, pretty much. There's Wi-Fi. They have access to their phones. the whole time. All the clocks though are like the old school clocks in our elementary school, so it's people doing math, being like figuring out what time it is, and then giving up.
I don't know how to tell time.
See, there you go. That's why we do it. She doesn't know. Do you not know the trick of times it by 5?
Like the dialogue type of clock, or what do you mean you can't tell time?
Yeah, the regular clock that doesn't tell you.
It needs
digital.
to be like
hands. It needs
like
to be
that.
digital.
Yeah, don't tell me what the fuck the hands mean, bitch. I don't motherfucking know.
See?
Yeah.
Plug yourself.
But thank God. Thank God we're in this digital
do the
age.
plug-in.
Yeah, the digital.
Yeah, anyways, plug yourself.
Oh, for else?
Have you never done that?
No, I have, but I'm just like,
Wait, do you want a butt plug or something? Like, do you need something to plug it with? Like, what do you need?
Alrighty, if anyone really is serious,
Ooh!
hit me up. No games.
No games. No traumas.
But you can find me at Jonathan Soto on Instagram, and that's really all I'm on right now.
And a good person with a good
heart.
Yeah.
I'm not desperate either, so
yeah, no. Because like,
desperate.
have you seen the face card? He could get the dick. It's just the quality of the dick that's not so.
It's never. Yeah, I don't think people. Okay, just very quickly. What you're doing is the bare minimum. It's not desperate. I think that society in this dating world has made us sound shameful and desperate to be like, hey, I'm looking for a good person. And it's like,
they laugh.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, I think that we should bring back cringe. We should bring back embarrassment, and we should bring back just the idea that people are misusing.
People need to be more shame.
Yeah. And misusing the word desperation. That's not desperate at all. You're like, look, everyone in this world wants to feel
looking
loved
for a relationship,
and be loved. Yes. So there's nothing wrong with trying to find it.
Yeah.
But send me money on Venmo.
I was going to say, can I plug my...
Yeah, plug your Venmo. Do it.
Well, if you follow me on Instagram, it's on the link there, so...
That part. at Rose_Etta_Stone or rosemacleys.substack.com, the book bitch for all my book reviews.
And your Venmo.
And my Venmo, which is also Rose_Etta Stone.
Yeah.
And then follow me, Mo Steff. Just kidding. That's my rapper name.
Her rapper
But
name.
we haven't revealed her yet. Wink, wink. Y'all know what it is. Follow me, Stephanie Megan, or go to rocotherapy.com. All that shit is there. Kind of, yeah.
Growth therapy.